Hi, I'm Christine and welcome to Faith Stories. And I'm glad you're watching this. So, today I just want to share about growing faith. I'm amazed looking back at my own journey of faith, at how patient God has been with me, how understanding He's been, because there are things I would be told outrightly, and then I wouldn't take it to heart. And so sometimes I would have to relearn a lesson. And still, he never cast me out. He never said, um, you've reached your limit. I'm done with you. He would, um, he would just, it's like, because I have a daughter, it's like when you tell your child, stop doing that, stop doing that, stop doing that. And then finally you're like, okay, let them just do it and then discover why they shouldn't do it. So I feel like that was part of my walk with the Lord. And so I'll share this. So because of the adversities I'd been through, this time the Lord called me to write a book. And it was so amazing because he actually gave me the chapters of the book and even the title. And then slowly, even from early like 2023, 2022, he had already started giving me content for that book. But I really didn't understand. I was wondering, why am I thinking these thoughts? But I would just jot it down. And then now, come to this year, he gave me now the chapters of the book. Now, I should have waited on the Lord and found out what sort of book I'm writing. So I just went off, depending on that season I was in my life, towards the direction of narcissistic abuse, overcoming that abuse and all of that. So I really wrote, I wrote that book. I had I had that book. It was like it was going to be a series of books. Then, as the Lord worked on me and, filled me with His love and filled me with the love of others, I came to the realization that's not the message. That's not the message He wants me to pass, and that's not the direction He has for me. Like, yes, I've faced that sort of abuse. I can identify it. I can see it. I can identify the patterns to it. And I know strategies for dealing with it, even worldly strategies. Although, when I got to the end of that journey, like being healed completely of that, I could recognize it, I could see it, but I didn't have to think of a strategy on how to answer or how to maneuver. Like, I could rely on God's wisdom. There's times He would tell me, just be quiet, let it play out. Let this person show you exactly what they are and what they're thinking of you, but don't answer them back. And then there are times He would tell me, this is what I want you to say. And so even though those books were there and I had put them out there and they were even online and I was selling them, of course, I didn't sell one copy, thank you, Lord. No one bought that, and that is not even the message I'm trying to pass. I had to pull them down and now get back to writing. So the first time I sat down now seriously this year, just either a week ago or so, I started now writing. I didn't save that document, and then I lost it, and then I was like, so now I was just telling the Lord, you just tell me what to write, and then I'll write it. So I'm there. I start writing. I write, and really the things came. And then even throughout this process, I'm still writing the book. He just gives me the words for each chapter. he just brings them to mind. Like, I'll give you an example. Like today, I was feeling, I want to take a nap, I want to relax, I want to do my own thing. But then he, would just tell me, and then this, and this, and this, and this is what it says in my word here, and here, and here. And then I would, like, I've gone feeling in, and it's, it's quite big. And really, why that is a faith story is because there's a time in my life of 2014, 2015. Yeah. Or even did it start in 2013 to 2015, I could write. And even when but somehow it came to a halt in 2015, like total halt. Didn't write for anyone, anything. And so, like last year and this year, I went back to look at my writings and I'm like, what? I mean, I used to write such stuff and it sounds so eloquent, and I really wondered what sort of books was I exposed to be able to write that. And then, but those works, most of them were for other people. Then I'd sort of do a bit of a blog and so on. But then when now, I think in 2023, when God was urging me to write, like it couldn't come to my mind actually writing a book. It would be, maybe I write a short post on Facebook or wherever, but I really couldn't come to terms with writing an entire book. And then now, when I actually can, still the enemy is trying to rush in to you, in sort of a way, bring out a book about heart and pain. And in as much as I know they're experts in that and they bring about their different levels of healing, the message that I was called to bring was bigger than that. And so just having faith in God that He's a good Father, that even when you're stumbling, when you're playing in the bad, you're doubting yourself, He'll still pick you up, clean you up. And He's not forceful, He's not shouting at you. He's very kind and patient. So I would urge you to come to know Him for yourself so that He can direct you. Yeah, and then fill you with even compassion for others who haven't come to know Him or who are in a different level of faith than you are, because you can come off as condescending, and then now the younger believers would come to think, because I don't act as so-and-so says, or I don't do what so-and-so says, they get discouraged in their walk, as opposed to knowing you have a loving Father and He's seeing you through each and every stage wherever you are. So again, with that, God be with you, and I'll see you on the next one.